Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Alashwara binti Khalid and I'm from PC. Today I'm going to present about my course, Introduction of Economics of Agriculture Product. The discussion topic is about how do COVID-19 affect Malaysian economy and job sector. How has COVID-19 affected the Malaysian economy? During the COVID-19, Malay governments decide to make a quickly decision, which is MCO1, that happened during the March until May 2020. It is a lockdown that stopped any commercial operations that are being negatively affecting the small to medium enterprise. Also stop export output. 35% of Malaysia GDP and 70% of all market employment SMEs were negatively impacted by the lockdown that leads to several of them of having financial difficulties. During the 2 months lockout, our forced firms who contributed to Malaysia export income to cease operation, resulting 8.3 contraction as opposed to a negative 1.7 growth in 2019. After 169 months, Malaysia posted an 3.5 billion trade deficit in April 2020. The first MCO also affect the tourism sector, which is loss of 45 million visitors spending. Malaysia experienced the losses 2.4 billion during MCO1 when all economy across all sectors added together. Even though the restrictions on this MCO were not as severe, Malaysia nevertheless suffered a daily loss 500 million. MCO2 happened during January until February 2021, which is still following from MCO 1.0 that less strict than MCO 1.0. There is 2 types of MCO during the MCO 2.0, which is RMCO and CMCO. But due to an increase in infection cases, the tougher one had to be put in one place during January 2021. MCO 2.0, in contrast to MCO, had less severe effects because of fewer constraints, which is less strict. During MCO 2021, to increase the economy, the majority of the enterprises, SMEs, and export manufacturers are allowed to stay open in order to help the economy to move forward to recovery. As a result, smaller impact on business owners and enable to continue making money even during the lockdown. Despite this choice, firms and SMEs still had trouble surviving because they were still in process of recuperating from the first. Not to mention that many investors and customers continue to have a negative outlook on the economy and prefer to save money rather than spend it, which have a significantly decreased sales and earning. Even though the restriction on MCO 2.0 is not strict than MCO 1.0, but Malaysia also suffered a daily loss which is 600 million. MCO 3.0 happened during May until July 2021. Since beginning of May, Malaysia experienced exponential rise in infection rates as it recovers from second MCO. In the response, the government instituted a different MCO which is more relaxed than MCO 2.0 and MCO 1.0 which is the majority of enterprises could continue to operate and restaurants could only offer takeaway. Comparing less than the first MCO is 25% of MCO for the economy to suffer only. However, after a few weeks of MCO 2.0, the cases continue to rise and the set loss, which is 900 daily cases on May 29. is predicted to have up to 1% or more of GDP in export output. Government announced assistance and economic stimulus programs total 340 billion to aid the country in response to concerns voiced by company owners and families, as well as to avoid collapse of the economy. These projects provide approximately 200 billion in economic stimulus over 2 million enterprises and 20 million people. The 4-week lockdown and EMCO placed on certain states in Malaysia are still having a significant negative impact, with CIMB predicting a daily loss of 1 billion in spite of these exemplary measures to put the economy on a recovery road. How does COVID-19 affect the job sector? Most companies operate during seasons when MCO began. 44% of employees surveyed by Malaysian Department of Statistics state that they work from home. This type of employment arrangement was only common among regular workers or employees. They are the most prevalent employment types in Malaysia, which is 70% of all employment in 2019. They refer to employees who work for public or private employers and receive regular wages. In 2020, a recession brought by a stunning and unprecedented economic shutdown, most severe for young employees, from 10.5% in 2019 and 10.7% until 10.9% in 2015 until 2018. Youth employment increased to 12.5% in 2020. In addition, these headline figures are the information provides crucial insights into the struggle Malaysian youth face. Mostly young employment experience pronounced employment declines that disproportionately impacted those with lower incomes. There is evidence that youth employment in low and middle skill occupation is declining more rapidly. Young workers with advanced degrees are not exempt from the problem in Malaysia, which is the unemployment graduates increased by 22.5% in a single year to reach 200,000 in 2020. They also have become more significantly less likely to participate in the labour force and have been forced into self-employment. That undoubtedly a policy goal in line with structural adjustment to the economy and labour market, but has now come as a result of an abrupt crisis-induced change. The available data also suggests that young workers experience pay losses that are disproportionately bigger. Before March 2020, during COVID-19, 53% worked pre-pandemic. Then between March 2020 until June 2021, during MCO 3.0, 34% of Malaysian people stopped working at any time. Only 66% continued working, and 27% were reduced their income, and 73% stable or increased income. That's all from me. Thank you.